What is up, YouTube? This is your girl Killer Rose. Right now it's a late night. It's gonna be the latest as it can get. It's 9:43 p.m. I'm currently at the gym right now, and what I want to talk about is, I think it was today's protest in New York City, with I think his name is Jake Lang or Jake Lung. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his last name is, but I'll just refer to him as Jake Lang. And he is a right activist. I mean, I call him as an activist. I'm not really sure, but he is lenient towards the right. He believes that America should be state as white America, right? So it's not a racial thing, at least from my part. Whether you're brown or black, we all know what we stand here for, and the land and soil, right? I believe that you shouldn't have to be fearful of your life. Yes, this guy, he wears a bulletproof vest. For me, I would say also get the helmet as well. There's no, it sucks to say, but the bulletproof vest is not, yeah, sure, it could like stop the front and the back, from you getting shot at, but normally when you're in a position of trying to get people together to I don't want to say radicalize, because a lot of people would take this out of context, so I would say to form an assembly, to basically form an assembly for the people who love America, and it's basically to form a union full of people to gather around and to protest against the left, who is encouraging and basically saying that they're up for socialism, to suppress the people who are Nazis. People would say that I'm a Nazi, that I am, one of the people that has just basically, I'm a traitor to my own race, which is racist. That you shouldn't follow and be brainwashed by white people who are in the government. I'm like, you're not brainwashed by white liberals who's telling you exactly the opposite of what we're trying to fight for, and that is to fight and protect the American people from people who doesn't care about the American people and want destruction of our country. It's so crazy. These people cannot think for themselves and say, oh yeah, this is bad. We agree with people from the right side. And yes, I mean, yes, there's some parts that I agree with the left sometimes. I do. We both want the same thing, right? To release the Epstein files. And yes, everything that they're hiding, they should not hide it at all. I would say double it down. And because I think from my theory is that they're protecting people from the left that's currently active in office. And so that is the trap. They're like, okay, listen, we're trying to give you guys a huge pass here, but you're trying to press us and saying that we're hiding information. We're just gonna say, you know what, we are trying to tell you that we're trying to protect you guys here, protecting pedos, right? Okay, but it's just like we're not trying to give you a cheese, right? And then with that cheese that you're trying to grab, there's a mousetrap at the end of it. So you're gonna get killed off of that mousetrap. So no. So basically, besides all that information, right, on my stance, it is crazy how it is when you're trying to speak your mind freely in a public space. Mind you, you can be as obnoxious as you are, and you still have the freedom to speak. You can be a neo-Nazi for all I know, and you still have the freedom to speak. Yes, you can call me a slur word out in public, but guess what? It is my responsibility how I'm going to react to that. I have every capability of leaving that area and say, okay, you know what? That was rude and disrespectful. Why would they say a slur to me? I was just minding my own business. But I'm not going to negotiate with this person. Obviously, I know exactly what their stance are. So I'm going to have the freedom to go wherever I need to go and head back home safely. That's it. You know, and that's what my mom doesn't know. I mean, I try to tell her all this information, all this stuff that's going on, and she's like, you know, this some stuff I just do not want to know. And I'm like, man, my mom doesn't know the real deal when it comes to these guys. She doesn't know how crazy off these people are. And it's insane how it was back then in the 80s and the 90s. My mom explained to me that you can vote for people and no one would care about it. It was so quiet that it was so boring. Imagine if the people from the left didn't have the craziness that we see today. The whole world would be so boring. And then we have to listen to the same artist that is playing the same songs. Not even playing the same songs. When I listen to the radio now in AZ, there's songs being repeatedly played back in the days where it used to be good. And I'm talking about throwbacks. I mean, I listened to I think it was Panic at the Disco, I Write Sins Not Tragedies. That song in particular is now 20 years old. I felt so old, but I was like, damn, I remember exactly, because I went to that concert specifically for them. And, you know, and of course the other artists too, because there's going to be artists before the main event. That's just how it goes. All the concerts are like that. And trust me, I think, you know, like, I think one particular artist would pick the specific bands that they like to listen to, etc. Or I'm not sure how it works, but that's what I've came to my understanding. Sorry guys, I just want to fix this real quick. But yes, exactly. I went to that concert, and I'm not lying when I say it. I mean, I can find videos and I'll pull it up. And it was so, I was like, I was the saddest but the most happiest person to be there. Was going through a solid, I think it wasn't even a breakup. It was more like a long stretch of like going back with this person and breaking up. It was like a back and forth thing for a while. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna have the best time of my life. I think it was in I think it was gonna be in 22. I think it was like, I don't know, I'm not sure if it was, I think it was like on October, I'm not sure. I had two jobs, so I think it was between October and the early of November. I think I couldn't stand there so long, but no. And what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is that the whole world itself is broken right now. This will radicalize a generation. If that would have occurred badly, as it wasn't, because the bombs that, you know, that the guy threw didn't go off as they were planning. They were actively throwing, they were lighting it up and throwing the bombs. And, you know, Jank Lung, who was like, they're protesting, right? It was from a rough start. I saw it from start to finish, not the live itself. I mean, I wish I was there to actually see the live video. But these press people, they would just record, and one guy got arrested, and they were like, you know, they were chanting USA. I mean, I would have chanted with them, but this guy in particular, I'm not sure, like, I think this guy, I think he was wearing a flannel, and I think he knocked the actual bomb itself to the ground. I'm not sure if it was that guy or some other guy that, I think he has like ginger hair. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But there was 2 guys in particular. No, I think 3. The 3 was the with the beanie guy hat. And this guy, he knocked down, and they all scattered except for the cops. I'm like, you cops want to be dead, right? Like, if you see a full crowd of people running away from a site, you better back up, because I mean, what they're basically, their behavior is that there's something like on the ground that they obviously need to move, or they're gonna get killed because of that said object. It was a no-brainer that you need to back up. And so it was so crazy, and they were just standing right there. I'm like, man, these cops were so lucky, because if that bomb would have, you know, gone off, they would have been hurt as well. It wasn't just the people who were protesting against the left, right? And of course, Jake Long, I mean, like, seriously, man, he's a freaking goat. No pun intended. And yes, he brought a goat and said some really mean stuff to Mom Donnie. Yes, I thought it was hilarious, but it was mean. Mom told me it was not nice. And even though we I mean, it was crazy. My mom didn't know how to react to that when I told her that comment, but she was like, that is not nice, you know. Just, you know, just to basically stay out of it. And I was like, yeah, this guy, he's really something else. He's really something else. A lot of people won't do what he does, or, you know, what he has done, which is to attempt to burn the Quran, and while people watch as they protest. I mean, do you see exactly how many people in particular got, you know, grabbed the Quran for him? I mean, it's crazy. And this dude, I mean, I think he got hit with something that, I'm not sure if it required stitches, but there's like one protest that I still need to see, because I didn't know exactly what happened, but he got cut real bad on the head. And yeah, these people has no grounds when it comes to terrorism. You'd be surprised exactly how much you would get hate from these people. Have I experienced it? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it is what it is. It's the comments don't mean anything until they're face to face directly at you, right? So for me, I would be like trying to get that out of that conversation safely, right? I mean, I'm not a person who fights. I really don't fight with anyone. But as it comes down to it, I'm like, no. For one, I'm going to protect my freedom of speech. I'm going to protect the liberties that I have in America. I mean, there's no question about it. I believe every American should have a freedom to do whatever the hell they want without having to break the law, right? If you don't break any laws, then you're good. But I mean, like I said, there's ways around it that ended up become more corruptible, okay? For instance, fake prosecutions, like fake DUIs. Like, for instance, let's say I was driving on the road. Let's say I was running a yellow and it went on a solid red, and I was speeding. I took the last minute shot, thinking that I was gonna make it, but didn't, and I was halfway, and a cop decided to pull me over, and they're like I smell alcohol in the car, you know, would you step out, or anything like that, right? they smell weed in the car, and I'll be like, I haven't been drinking. What are you talking about? Or they could suspect slurred speech. I have a disability, so it's kind of hard for me to speak and core line of what I'm saying. I'm not sure if that's a word, but that's how I think. I would, like, my mind would drift off in another direction while I'm, you know, constantly trying to like remind myself I'm here in this moment, trying to have a conversation with an officer. They're thinking that I'm under the influence of alcohol and driving at the same time. Best bet, what you should do is to actually perform the test that they want you to perform. And it sounds easy as it is, but they end up taking people, arresting them, even when you blow out zeros. And if I was in that situation, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to perform this test. And if I blow zeros, like if I do the test correctly, perform or to actually get the, you know, the breathalyzer test, which is, you know, you have to just blow on a tube like thing, and then it will show you like exactly what you're, I'm not sure what it is. It was it's basically a way that, you know, where your breath intake, I guess, will determine on the alcohol. It's a percentage or like a meter of what you can what you can go before and after. So like you can't go over 0.8, and if you're under, okay, they'll probably I mean, like there's no probable cause of arresting you. That's just my understanding. Sure, they'll write you a citation for blowing a yellow or red, but other than that, I mean, you're good. But in some instances, I saw literally a cop arresting an innocent person, blowing zeros, mind you. And they're just, it's crazy. It's crazy how this world is. So I'm sorry for jumping topic to topic. So if you're understanding what I'm saying, then thank you. Thank you for actually listening. So yeah, these people would blow out zeros and they'll get arrested. If it was me, I'll be the most excited person on earth. I'll be like, my God, you're telling me I get the free ticket of having some cash? Let's go. I mean, like, okay, all right, arrest me. You know, you know what I mean? Like, you said you got me, but I blow zeros? Okay. You know, there's gonna be some, I mean, I'm just gonna remain silent. You know, this is gonna be fine. And I'm just gonna be so happy. And a matter of fact, once this is all over, give me that videotape. Give me that recording that y'all got. And it would be so crazy, but I'm not in that situation, so I wouldn't know. But with that being said, I think this would radicalize a generation, a new generation. Mind you, this guy is so young. I'm not sure how old his Jake is, but I mean, he is a young man. He's you know, rallying some people up and say, you know what? If you're an American, if you love this country, you hate the oppression of people on the left, you know, or basically he's against Muslims. 100%. I would probably even go as far as 110%. He would literally give out, like, I think there was like one occasion in that protest in particular where he brought a cooked pig outside, and it was so crazy. I was like, this dude doesn't give a shit. He knows that there's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings somewhere, and sometimes he takes it to the notch, like burn the Quran. I was like, oh shoot, you guys gotta be careful when doing shit like that. I mean, you gotta be really, really careful. I mean, like, you would do that in Iran, or you would just face the ultimate price. That's getting killed off. I'm being serious. And I mean, doing it in the States, yeah, I mean, you can do it. There's rights to it. You can even burn the Bible. I'm not saying it's the correct way. Shoot, it's highly offensive to me, but in a stance, a statue stance, it is protected from, you know, for the First Amendment. I can quote this again. Marilyn Manson, he rips, you know, pages off the Bible as he was performing on stage, and he just grabbed the Bible and he ripped it page by page, just tearing it apart. And I was like, man, I used to be a fan of you, man, but now you come to bash my religion by performing blasphemy and just, you know, and doing shit like that. I mean, sorry for the language, but I'm totally expressing myself. So I'm like, you done that, and you expect me, like, I couldn't. It was just like a major turn off for me. I was like, yeah, the music itself, okay, I get it. But it was so unreal to know that you can do stuff like that, and anybody can question it, but it's just a right to express yourself. You could be a dog and I would question it. I'll be like, what the hell is going on around this world? Why is there a man dressing up as a dog, having like no shirt and some tidy whities that are leathered? Why he's dressing and barking like a dog? Why? Well, like why he has a leash on it and a tail on the back? What is going on around here? I mean, what? And yeah, it's a thing. You would think I'd be, for some reason, I'm not surprised at all with this New York situation. I'm really not. It's 10:05, guys, so I'm gonna cut it short. 10:06. You'd be surprised of how. Wait, hold on. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, so it's past, I would say, about 10:12. Okay, that's the correct time. So no. So it comes to mind that yes, you can get killed, you could get bombed because of an opinion that's opposing to the other side. And most often than not, and I'm guarantee you this, if you watch this to the end, they would say you deserved it because of your hateful rhetoric, the hate speech that you endorsed or you expressed. You deserve to get killed off in any way imaginable. It doesn't matter if you're a Mexican and you're trying to speak up, you know, and say that you voted for Trump and stuff like that, okay? They would say because he's a white man, a white straight man, that he would deserve the punishment. If not, he should deserve it way more. They will celebrate his death. Unfortunately, they would, and I won't be surprised by it at all. And when he, I'm not gonna say when, because I mean, let's just get it from the start. But if it does happen the way that they're trying to make it happen, I guarantee you that it will radicalize a whole new generation that I think it will be unstoppable. I think a lot of people now are going to be so upset that they're not going to be heard. And we all know what happens when you're not being heard. When you feel like you're embarrassed, you feel like you're not, like, the place that you work for is the place where it should be more sacred, right? And these people, they're not gonna get it until it hits one of them and one of us, right? I'm accountability for us as a person who loves America. When it comes down to like civil unrest, it's gonna take a dark turn for the worst to the best. And it's I mean, they say at least for the experts, they say that fascism is not, it hasn't started yet. Not yet. Seems like you have to check up all the list in order for it to be a fully fascism government. And it's crazy. And it seems like Democrats are more prone to celebrate and to actually want more chaos in cities than Republicans do. Republicans want law and order and for the justice system to get involved. I mean, I feel like we should fire more judges and hire new ones to actually uphold the law of this land. But that's just my opinion, guys. Hate to basically have this video so long, but it's a conversation that needs to be said. So we'll see. I'll try to get down to it hopefully soon, but it's crazy. It's absolutely wild.